Seniac, last episode we fixed a lot of issues. Also Seniac, we got issues. Just a simple fool making his way through the roundabouts. Seniac, we're gonna build another industry. Farming or forestry. Me, an American. More oil? Seniac, builds 2 roundabouts correctly. Me, congratulations, Seniac. Did you learn it? That is wonderful. Roundabouts look great. Node controller mod eliminates the need for slip roads. Can't believe I complimented a Seniac roundabout. Guys, appreciate it. But at the same time, I did make a boo-boo on the second roundabout, which is what we're going to be fixing today. But yeah, I did roundabouts. Some people, not as many people got angry this time. I take that as a huge success, right? Also, those people right now in the middle of the sea. Are you okay right now? Oh no. But guys, welcome back to another episode of the Fool's Kingdom right now, where last episode we added in a few roundabouts. They were pretty jazzy. Nice. They're very basic. They did what they needed to do, and from it, we had no problems. Apart from one issue, which I'll fix momentarily anyway. Last episode, I asked you guys, today is the episode we create another kingdom. Now, what I said I was going to do is, I wanted you guys to completely come up with the whole backstory, whatever island it may be, the industry and all that kind of jazz. And I'm going to pick a little bit from a lot of people's comments. So not one comment is going to solely decide this brand new kingdom. I'm picking elements from a bunch of comments. And I've kind of got a really good idea. The only thing I don't have is a name. I don't have a name just yet, which is what I want you guys to kind of come up with this episode. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a farming industry. Yes, boys, a farming industry. But the backstory is, this is a very, very friendly kingdom. They're friends with everybody in the world right now. And you could kind of say that they're eco-friendly. All the buildings in this kingdom are going to be self-sufficient. They are going to be the most eco-friendly kingdom there is right now. No pollution. No heavy traffic, boys. They're going to have farming for days. They are growing those crops and providing goodness to the world and protecting nature in many ways. So, if you got a name for this kingdom, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to kind of give it a placeholder name, but you guys can kind of come up with something. So, from the get-go, if I bring up the resources, this is a... I can't do it like this, can I? No. So this is a farming island right there. We have this one's got a little bit of farming, and I think that is the only one that has farming on it right now. So this is going to be a wonderful, it's going to be a happy place. Trust me, guys, it's going to be a freaking happy place right now. So I'm going to simply call this one Eco Land, okay? It's not going to stay like that. It's just a placeholder name so we can claim this kingdom. I want you guys to give me some name suggestions in the comment section down below. Now, the whole backstory on these guys is simply, they are very, very friendly. They spread peace and love. You could call them hippies, whatever you want to do. It's entirely up to you. I mean, they could be borderline vegans. They have a plant-based diet. And they're just friends with everybody. Anybody who comes or wants to trade with them, they're happy to do so. All they really want is peace and tranquility among all the other kingdoms. They hate warfare. So if there's any conflict going on between any other countries, yeah, I'm looking at you, False Kingdom and Oil Town, they will not get involved. They will legit not get involved. And they're surrounded by this beautiful, beautiful lake above them right now. Again, place of silence, tranquility. They're all about Mother Nature, and this is their huge bath. They all come here on a Sunday and have a wash. Oh my goodness me. But yeah, guys, give me some suggestions what we can call this new kingdom in the comment section down below. Now, we're going to create this beautiful kingdom right now. It's going to be amazing. There's not really going to be, I say there's not really going to be too much structure. It's an industrial island, so I've kind of got to give it some form of structure. There is some stuff that I have to place in to kind of get the island to work. So when I say it's like an eco haven right now, stuff like we're gonna need like a power supply, which I'll try and do it as eco-friendly as possible. There might be some noise pollution from and stuff like that. Sewage we can take care of, get it as clean as we can. Garbage is going to be a little bit difficult. There is going to be some pollution somewhere down the line, but we're going to try and reduce it as much as possible. Now, Ecoland, from the get-go, policies. This is what we're going to take a look at. So, services. So, we're going to instantly do recycling on here, which is a big part of environmental sustainability. Slightly reduces garbage accumulation and slightly reduces tax income. Okay, we'll go with that for this area. There's going to be a smoking ban to increase health and decrease the happiness, unfortunately. Smoke detector distribution reduces the risk of fire. Yeah, we'll go with it. Moderately reduce water consumption. We'll go with that. Power usage, moderately reduce the electricity. Yeah, because again, they're all about the eco side of things. Pet ban, we won't get rid of that because they like to be one with Mother Nature and, you know, run freely with the animals. Parts of recreation, increase land value around. Yeah, we'll do that. Educational boost. I'm not going to do this because that kind of reduces the amount of people who want to go to work. And as this is an industrial-based island, I kind of want to keep that. Recreational use. This has to be a thing, right? Slight increase in income tax, increase tourism. Actually, no. I won't do that for now, just because I'm starting to go down the road that they're all going to be hippies. No, we won't do that, because I don't want to be too much crime. Free public transport, won't do that. Schools out, won't do that. Extra insulation, it's not a cold place. Recycle plastic, yeah, we'll go with that. Prefer parks. Tourists in the area choose to visit parks more often than unique buildings. We'll go with that as well, because we can create like a little nature reserve around the top rink there. Park maintenance boost, we'll go with free Wi-Fi. Yeah, this is going to be a very expensive place, isn't it? Book fare, popularizing increased. No, we're going to efficient. No, we don't need that. Okay, so city planning. We need to make sure that it is all... how do I do it where it's the eco-friendly stuff? Is that within the region itself when I go to like the residential side of things? I think that is a thing, right? So if I go to the zone in here, residential, we have self-sufficient buildings and we have okay, so self-sufficient buildings is what we throw on top of it. And let me just take a look at the other set of policies. So taxation, not really going to do much with this. City planning, though, we're going to do a high-rise ban. We're going to do a heavy traffic ban. We're going to encourage biking. What's NIMBY? No loud noise at night. Yes, we'll go with that. I won't do the old town. Lightning rods? No, okay, we won't do that. VIP area? No. Fast recovery. Combustion engine ban. Yeah, we'll throw that in. Electric cars is a thing. Filter the industrial waste. Boost connections. Might as well go for it. And then Industry 4.0. Sustainable fuel. Even though I'm not going to do any of this, I'm throwing it all in anyway. So this region, this kingdom, look how many specializations it's got on its name right now. That is a lot, isn't it? Holy smokes. But again, guys, this is what I mean. They are the friendly pace. This is the island of the vegans. It's the best way for me to put it right now. So we need then to kind of set up a system. Right. So first things first, then we need to allow people to come here from outside the region. So we're going to set up our little harbour. Now it's quite a big place, and I'm trying to think where the best place for me to drop something like this down. Now I'm thinking. If I did it here, I'm trying to think as well. Where would I can probably build the farming industry around this area and have all the residential kind of tie around the edge like that, or do I have it all around there and then the industry kind of going around the edge? It's a tough one, isn't it? I think okay, we'll place down the harbour just here. There we go. There we go, boys. And it's going to be quite a beauty and quite a sight to see as we now slowly start building. So that's down. I'll turn it off straight away so I'm not wasting too much money. And I'm going to very quickly, just kind of set up a little road network and grid so I know what's going down. So first things first, I'm actually going to unhook this. Now, if I go out by, because that's 10 across, no, it's 12 across. Right, if that's 12 across, I need another 8. So if I do 4, and I do a 4, and then that whole thing then becomes 20 across. And for some reason, it's chose to go underground. As it always does. So I bring that back up again. Oh no, I'm all over the place right now. So if I just come up to here and then by 10, I'm just kind of setting up the middle point as that connects us directly in. So I gotta sort out the levels because it is very, 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 very all over the place right now and low to the ground. But let me just sort this out. What is going on here? What is legit going on? So if I select all of this, let's get rid of you. And if I say that we're going to align them all to the object height of this, where are we there? So does that feel quite high for a harbour? I feel like it does. We'll kind of select these guys here and then raise them down. We should have just sloped it all a little bit. That way it's a little bit more, well, can we class that as a little bit more natural? What if I slope this? Like that. Okay, so we're all kind of frailing down to the edge. But I've got that road right there. They come directly off this, then off they skadoodle into the real world. So if I bring that up quite a bit to there, so I know it kind of moves off, and I can kind of then start to build my little system going around. So if I delete this, delete you, delete it all again, because there is a system to do this when you're kind of building off this 4-lane road. Rather than doing a 10, I have to anarchy this as well. Rather than doing a 10, because you lose a grid spot, what we do instead is a 11, and that's the perfect placement right there. So if I do a 30, and then come out by 11. Oh, we're elevated. Sediac. There we go. And in. So let me just sort this out real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Excuse me. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So I've got this nice little grid kind of system set up. In by 30. And then straight down. And then that can pretty much now ultimately set us up for the long run. So if I did a 40 down and across, I did a 40 and across there, and then straight across here, I'm starting to create suburbs. But what I'm ultimately doing is having the big main road like this and then dividing it all. Quite nice. But I've also got to pay attention to how this kind of pays out as well, because if I'm creating this as a peninsula, we need big chunky road networks tearing through. So, what I should do actually, if I delete these here, just delete that little section there. Actually, let me put that back in. I'm going to drop now. Oh wait, I didn't sort out that roundabout. Hold on, guys. I've just reminded myself. So my issue with this roundabout here was I accidentally selected the wrong connection here, where I selected these to kind of fly through and these not to, so it needs to be flipped like that. That was my issue with that roundabout. Right, appreciate it, done it, guys, fixed it, okay? Where's that kingdom gun? It's over here. So what I'm thinking of doing over here then is, and this might change all of this now. In fact, it probably will do. So if I upgraded this here to be the road that goes that way, and then that one to go this way, like that. But what I ultimately do is whack a roundabout right there, because that is the initial traffic comes from how they enter the region. So I feel like I should be doing that. So let me kind of get rid of that. Let me drop the roundabout thingy me jiggy me bobby me booty is what I like to call it. And throw a roundabout just there. I'll sort out all the angles in just a moment, but let me set this round up correctly as well. So I'm getting rid of the crossing, and it's basically the peeps on the roundabout have the ability and the right of way, so they can continually keep flowing and don't have to stop. That then obviously allows the traffic to keep moving. The people entering the roundabout have to give way to the vehicles. And I know this is very basic, and there's much more elaborate stuff I can set up onto it. And I noticed a few of you guys mentioned about getting rid of the corner and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just going to keep it very basic so I can keep the momentum rocking and rolling. But we need to sort this out. So if I... What's the best way for me to do this? If I kind of did these little slopes there leading into it, and then we did, there's one there, these slopes leading out of it. There we go. Because we are doing this on a hill at the end of the day. So you got to kind of watch out what we're doing with this. But just play around with you, because then it bubbles over and goes down. You don't really realise that until you kind of see the angles. But that's what's going to make this a very unique and cool little place. So with that said then, let's get back to business. So we create a corner there, which we can kind of keep the corner up and running. And what was that space in there? That was 40. If I do the same here by 40 up there to there. But I do lose that square section there. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. I could... Actually, do you know what? No. Let's not settle for that. Right, let's not settle for that. I'm going to start this again. We will not settle for it, boys. We want to build a beautiful little place and reduce traffic. We will do what we need to do. So in a way then, we're coming off by 11 here. So then by doing this to there, we have now created that 11 border. So we can maximize the amount of grid zone that we can squeeze in. And if I just set up this simple little pattern right now as being the start of this brand new kingdom, then we're going to be on to a winner. We really are. So 11. So this is just a start then, guys, and we'll kind of build everything off this. So as they arrive via boat, they hit with the roundabout straight away, and whatever way they go in, they can get to the end fairly easy and do what they've got to do. So where does this now come across? That comes across by 40, down by 29. So we're going to lose a square somewhere, and we lose it just there. And if I can get this side just right as well. So we lose it just there. That's fine. And then we're back to normal then with our gridded system. Now this stuff here will kind of eventually bend round and whatnot. So for now we'll just kind of leave it like that. And just to kind of get it in our heads, that will then extend to maybe some little highway loop that goes around. And this will of course extend and then bend to get down to the peninsula and whatnot. And then this one will extend and then go around the perimeter of the island. So we have that structure set up for when we progress and slowly build this area up a little bit more. But we got the pretty much got the basics down. Now before we bring everybody in, we've still got loads of stuff we need to get up and running. We need to sort out the garbage, the water, and all that kind of jazz. So we're going to create... I'm going to actually set up the little highway going around. Now I don't know how. I actually don't know how crazy it's going to be. So I think what we'll do is for the highway, should I just go with this 4-lane national road? Because it's going to be an industrial area, so I feel like it needs to be a bit bulky. But I don't know how much traffic we're going to need from the get-go. So if I place this down, and I'll come out by 10 there, go out by 10 that way, just so I've got like a little connection, and I could potentially put a roundabout there. But if I give it enough room, and then if it becomes a little bit too much, then we'll kind of do a 2-laner either side. But for now, I'm going to kind of keep it to this singular lane. A reason for it being... Alright, if I bend... I should go a bit closer. Alright, go a bit straight there. Keep that going straight. So I'm going to place some of this stuff on the other side of the island, which I think is obviously a better system than having it too close to the residential. So if I bring that to there, So I'm trying to have some straight bits at the same time because that's ultimately where I can do my connections. And then how... Yeah, we'll just go with that. So we've got a nice little looped road going around it. Just keep it really, really simple. There's no point in messing about with it. And we'll have that connect up here for now. We'll quickly drop in our roundabout. Boom. And I know there's all little systems and whatnot to kind of get these set up really quick. But the more I do this on my own, the more I kind of set it up like this and do it manually, the more I kind of get in the rhythm of then wanting and understanding how to create roundabouts, if that makes sense. So I know you guys have probably seen a gazillion videos of people making roundabouts, and oh, I'm going the wrong way. And you're like, Seniac, do it this way, it's a whole lot quicker. I'm still learning how to make them, so I like to practice. Practice makes perfect, right? Look at this, I've gone from hating roundabouts, now all of a sudden in all my series, I'm now building roundabouts. Seniac, what are you doing right now? So I think I'm going to drop it over here. Our garbage slash water treatment kind of power area. All the above is what I should say. So if I bring that into there, and I'm actually going to go down by 10 there. We're going to do a little bit of a bend rather than bam bam. And 90 degree. So I can create these wonderful little areas. Now we're going to have the majority of the traffic potentially... Well, we get the majority of the traffic from this area being used by the garbage side of things. So vehicles come in this way, and then they go out that way. So I want the garbage maybe on this side. So I'm going to create a little road connection just here, and we'll stick it out by 30 for now. And then I'll lead this up by 20 that way. 20 that way, just for there. Just so when they're exiting, they do a right, and off they go into the city. Just trying to keep it a little bit easier for those guys to flow out. Water treatment. I'm gonna have. Well, I gotta go by 21. Even though I didn't really do that, so no, we do stick it to 20. I'm not gonna mess around with the layouts of these ones. Boom. Right, a bit of water treatment there, and then we're going to need power. But what I'm going to do is, what is the distance there? 30 by 20. So if I come out by 10 there, then I should be able to create a 20 by 20 bend, just to kind of keep somewhat some flow. Bit weird, I know, but it'll be pretty cool. And then that would be 30 by 40, so same thing again. Come out by 10, and then we do a 30 by 30 bend. Then this whole little area is integrated, but at the same time it has its separate sections. Sweet, mate. I like it. I like it because obviously we've extended further over, which builds this area up there for bigger like garbage production buildings. So first things first then, let's do the sewage. Now, very, very simple. These basins right now only produce noise pollution. So that will be a good little shout for the eco-friendly peeps in this place. Now, we're going to have the pipes follow very loosely the highway to the roundabout, and then we'll have a straight line down, and then we'll just pretty much build the kingdom right here, right now, based off of this grid. So there's little eco-friendly warriors. They're going to get what they deserve. And they can't moan. Please don't moan. You just never know, though. Right, and that won't just bring to there. So, that covers all of that. We'll quickly now just sort out this. And right, go straight across to there. To there. Right, and then we'll connect. So for now, we're only going to need one. So I might as well just throw that in just there. Okay, so that is the basins for the water. Now, water towers, I feel like we can get away with it because we're going to have no ground pollution around this area just yet. So what I could do is have on this side one water tower just like that. And then I could do like a row of them. So we kind of make it like a little bit of a feature of the island, which I think will be pretty cool. So that's water and sewage then done. We'll take a look at power. Now, a simple one would be solar power. Solar power, no pollution. Nuclear power, again, no pollution. Does need a lot of water and could potentially have a huge meltdown. We have the geothermal plant, again, no pollution. I have the solar updraft tower, again, no pollution. But between the solar and the solar, the solar updraft, which is warm air goes up. So it's kind of like wind power in a way, or wind turbines. They're the ones that are harnessing nature and not like ruining the earth in many ways. So I feel like we're going to go for one of these. I feel like for now we'll start with the solar plant. Oh, it's actually bigger than I thought it would be. So with that said, if I kind of just finalize you and you, bring them up to there, maybe take this straight across. And alright, if I start with or here, that one just there. Yeah. Okay. So I saw that the power lines out momentarily. So that'll be just for now. And we need garbage. Now this is going to be the difficult one because I know I do have a modded one, which is it this one here that does no pollution, no noise pollution. It is literally so freaking OP and so cheap to run, but it does suck a load of your workers away. So I ain't going down that route. I could do a recycling center here, which is 25 pollution. We have landfill, no. Incineration plant, no. I have a large recycling center right there. It's a lot of noise pollution, but zero ground pollution, which is the way that we need to kind of go, isn't it? So if I drop you there, and I drop one on this side, just two for now, and we'll see how we tick along. We'll get the power now all hooked up. Do you not have water? Oh, the one section I don't have the water down. There we go. So that is all done for services, might I add. But we still don't have power over there just yet. So I'm going to now run the power lines on this side very loosely right now of the highway. All the way down to here. Right, so... Oh, actually, if I delete that, what I can actually do instead... just have it run down the central section here until we expand a little bit further. But, ta-da! We are now ready to get people to start moving in. So I think what we'll do, we'll first initially just try and build up the area before we do the industrial side of it. And we are going to get those bike paths because we want to favor them to use bikes. So I want to kind of also, even though they can't cross the road here, I might, oh, you know what, it'll be easier. We'll choose this point there. Is that enough to kind of create a connection? Yeah. Right, which is this, is it this same point here? Yeah. And then just there to there. Because I can drop in here, because it's a little bit further away from the roundabout, which we might be able to get away with. A little crossing to get people to walk across. And if I did the same here, I don't know how this is going to play out though. It might be a bit too close to the roundabout. Right, I've deleted my my power supply already. And then is that the crossing? Oh no, that's not the crossing. Bam, there we go. So you get our power supply back in. I can't even English. What is going on? Right, back up around. So we've got a few little crossings there. They can use bikes and whatnot. And I will eventually set up nice little cycling routes to get to where they need to get to and all that kind of jazzy stuff. But for now, just to kind of start the basis and our grid, this is what we've got set up. So back to business then. We'll do residential all in this little section right now. We'll run some residential at the back just there and just there. Oh, okay, so we can't get it just there or here. That's where the path is. And the good thing is, because we set it up how we did, we get a full grid on both sides of the road. So we can drop in some commercial as well, which is going to be pretty handy. So a little bit of commercial, which will at the minute provide all the jobs. That's what it will do. And we'll run a bit more residential up to here. Just until we have all the rest of it all set up. And yeah, I think that's as far as we're going to push it for now. And that's as far as we'll kind of take it. So it does have all the water and all the power from the get-go straight away. I ain't got to worry about anything at the moment. But what I will do for now, though, is just add a little bit more additional kind of setup. Now, if I bring this down by 20s, which is what it's going to lead into, almost into there anyway. Which, it's actually 19, because that's when the kind of awkwardness kind of happens. But if I take this point and pick it from there and then kind of run diagonal as if I'm doing my little C road. Come out by a bit here. And this I want to kind of bend from here. So by 13, connect straight in. And then where would that go? If I pick that road here. So let me delete this back. And see what kind of bend I can get from here. So if I chose here. 9 by 9. So that kind of road bends in. Or do I just keep it pretty much straight? I think I could get away with it being straight, couldn't I? Yes. Okay, that's better. So I'm going to create... Oh, okay. Out of all of this I've just placed down, we're not fully connected. There we go. So here I want to place down some of my service buildings. So keep it to the grid format just like that. And I'm going to tear down the middle right now. A little section there. Sweet. We're going to place in a small little healthcare building. We're going to place in our fire brigade just there. Our policing will go here. And, oh, death care. So we'll have death care. Oh, it's a tough one. Okay, I'll just drop in death care just here. I will eventually move those. It's just to kind of give them everything they need to work. And stuff like that. And there we go. As simple as it may be, there we freaking go right now. Now, do we have anyone living here? We are yet to have our first cruise ship make its way over. Nobody's walking around. No cruise ships just yet. So is this the first one? Going to... No, you're going to a different harbour. So let's wait for that first harbour. No. Cruise ship. Oh my goodness me. I couldn't think what I was saying right there. Oh my goodness me, Seniac. So wait for our first cruise ship to make its way over. Could it be you? No, it's not you. And I want to see what the first person to get off is going to be. Now, I know we have people driving around in garbage trucks and whatnot. It just happens. It just happens. So we just got to wait for our first residents to make their way. Are you going over here? No. Where are you going? Nope, you're not going there either. Does nobody want to move in? Guys? Where are you going? Harbour? Nope, not the one I want. You? Nope. Nobody wants to make their way over. Who is going to be the first pioneer to set on foot of this eco-land and claim it as their road? It's got to be one of these cruise ships, right? No! Right, is it you? No, I'm sure I've already clicked on you. You? How far away are they travelling from? Ah, hold on. Shut up, okay. Shut up right now. I forgot I turned it off. Right, now it's turned on, guys. People can now get over here. Right, leave me alone. Okay, leave me alone. On the plus side, though, look at all these little eco houses we've got. Oh, there's actually someone there. Where did you come from? Are you a native to the island? She is the first person I've spotted. Where is she? She's here. Mary Cooper. Right, where are you going? Is there anybody else? There's somebody else over here. Sophie. Do we class Mary Cooper as being the first person, or should we just solely pick it from the first person who arrives by boat? It's definitely none of you guys. I'm going to pick it based off the first person who arrives by boat. Because I kind of messed it up, didn't I? I know there's a few people already living here. They're the natives, guys. They're the natives. Nothing gets renamed after the natives, does it? That's how the real world works, unfortunately. You think your boy Thomas Cook, when he went to Australia, it was already called Australia? Don't think so. Right, 100. Okay, that one's definitely coming here. So the first person to walk out is all I care about. The first person to walk out. Here we go. And... Oh. I see people. It's you. Sophie Webb. There we go. And the reason I want to do it like that is because... It's because, boys, this is how we're going to do it. Right now, I am about to tell you. Just hold your horses. It is about to happen. Now, the reason for it is because I like to create the national, a city park to begin with, which is what we firstly then go on to base our park name after the resident of that place. That makes sense? I'm hoping so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick here a road to come out. And then bring that down to there. If I just select here and do this. I'm trying to sort out some road structure. So for now I'm just going to connect it up very awkwardly. And then once more and more traffic appears on these roads, that's when your boy drops the bomb, pulls the trigger, and throws in a roundabout. But that's going to then just simply end here. That's all that road is going to do there. It will end against the sea road going around. There we go. So, yeah, like I said, we'll eventually have a roundabout just there. And I'm going to now kind of roughly do the outskirts of the city park. And it's going to be in this square here. So we need the park, we need the city park gate, which I'll drop here. Or, better idea. If I do it like this. Oh, no, actually, no. No, actually, yeah, keep it like that, sorry. Do another 5. Because I'm going to build a car park. So have that there. The area for the park. Paint this all the way up. Boom, 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 boom. And then we'll rename it Sophie Webb Park. There we go. After the first colonist. I don't know what the correct term is, guys. I don't know what the correct term is. Right, I'll sort the car park out in just a moment. Let's get the remainder of the side gates up and running. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these should initially go straight down to the opposites. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then I'll do the rest in just a minute. Car park wise, how chunky we going? Yeah, that's chunky enough. And what would we be able to squeeze in? One, 2, 3, 4. As good as, okay? It's as good as. Leave me alone. And we'll get in the park plazas then. So just the stuff right now to bulk up the park, to make them get over here. And it'll just be an additional way to earn money until we get the industrial area all up and running. I'll drop a few little gazebos in. We need then the climbing frame and then the trampolines. And just place down more gazebos to bulk up the area. So we should actually rename it to Gazebo Park, is what we should actually do. You should just rename it to Gazebo Land. But straight away, up the price. Give them something that they want to go explore around. And it's quite centralized to this whole area, this whole peninsula. So it should get utilized quite a bit. And then as time goes on, we'll build in more trees and whatnot. But it's quite funky because when you look at it like this, you don't realize how bendy the land is. And when you look at it like this, you don't really notice it as much. So just subtle things like trying to soften here, there, and everywhere. I know it's not really going to do much. But when we build more around it, add in the trees, you won't notice that stuff. And then I can add in like on these big drops here, rocks and stuff like that. So it'll look good in the end. I don't want to spend too much time in trying to make it perfect at the minute. I just want to get it functional where people are living. So lots of peeps getting off. Roundabout's now in full force, hopefully. The electricity is technically now connected along here. So I can just kind of add in that single strip. All good. Ecoland, which, again, guys, come up with a better name in the next episode for me, please. Just leave it in the comment section. It's now created. It's now created. And I think next episode, then, we can build the industrial area. We can get the farming area all set up, which will just kind of... This will be the only kind of built-up residential section and whatnot. Then everything else just flails then into countryside, going all the way around. And we've got the highway connection going around too, which is going to be really, really good for linking up cargo and exporting it and all that jazz. And the next episode as well, we'll get them connected to the outside world as well, which is going to be quite exciting. We'll get the ferry line connected. Like I said, these guys will be able to connect to every nation because they are so friendly. We still don't have a connection yet from Oil Town to the Falls Kingdom. The only way that these guys can be able to get to and from one another is like by eventually get on a ferry to Ecoland, then a ferry from the Ecoland to the Falls Kingdom, because the Falls Kingdom and Oil Town haven't yet created a trade deal. Well, not a trade, like well, yeah, I say a trade deal in terms of humans, but they haven't quite set up a deal just yet to allow residents to travel to and from the two kingdoms. That hasn't happened yet. It has not happened yet. Will it happen? I don't know. Ultimately, I do not know. But at the minute, things are going pretty well. Pretty sweet. We ain't got nothing to complain about. But let's just check out things anyway. Still making quite a nice little chunk of change from the oil town right now. Spent loads of money on getting eco land all up and running as well, which is costing us quite a bit of money to kind of run, but as things tick along slowly but surely. Not enough goods to sell for these guys over here, so we need to set up for next episode then the industrial, so we can import, well, the cargo harbour first, so we can import and export goods in general for the commercial side to kind of survive, and then we'll set up our industrial area as well. So slowly but surely we're going to get there, boys. Slowly but surely right now we're going to get there, but hopefully we set up a nice little structure so things can keep rocking and rolling. They're going to love living here. I can tell you this for free. They are going to love living here right now. And on that note, guys, we're going to end it for here. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below as this building burns to the ground. We'll see you all soon. So, good. Bye.